The XHL is ready to launch, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Leave a like on this video if you're excited, as much as I am, about this thing getting ready to go. 103 custom player submissions. It took a long time for us to get here, but we are here, and it's time to get some XHL gameplay in. Couple settings to talk about here real quick. I don't have to read everything off for you guys. You can read. But the playoff series length, I liked the single knockout idea, plus continuous overtime, and 0 points for an overtime loss. I just feel like a loss is a loss. Most hockey people will sit there and say you need to get a little something, something. Points are hard to come by. But in the XHL, you can do things a little bit differently and get a little creative with it. But I do like the single knockout just because it's a series on YouTube, and I feel like we get to have more drama in those games, which I feel like I want to live stream. And we can move throughout each season to season fairly quickly. Like, we don't have to do best of sevens and kind of get bogged down in the series in the postseason. So that's kind of how we're going to run this thing. We're going to move and fly through this XHL. I want to get multiple seasons into this. If I've learned anything about the XBA, about the GGBL, about Team Builder, a lot of the created leagues that I've done here in the past, it's that seasons tend to drag on and you don't move through very quickly. So in the XHL, we're going to be moving as fast through this series as if we were on skates. Flying up and down the ice. That's how fast we're going to move, guys. But let's get rid of all the bad jokes here and all the bad puns. Let's get to talking about the very first game of XHL history. The Tampa Bay Sun Mutts against the Atlanta Flames. Opening night here in Atlanta couldn't have been in a better place because hockey in Atlanta is back. But maybe the fans might wish that it stayed away. The heartbreak. Just go away. The Thrashers' existence it wasn't very successful. Okay, let's just say that. And they've actually not even gotten a shot on net yet against Tampa Bay here with 9 minutes. So things aren't looking good for Atlanta right now, but finally they do get on the other end of the ice here. They're helping Hutchinson out, their goaltender. Hammond with some really good stops there, the Tampa Bay goaltender. And another good shot here on Hutchinson, but what an incredible save to keep this out of the back of the net. However, Tampa Bay, penalty, slashing call on Brandon Sutter. You gotta like that if you're an Atlanta fan. So you do get a power play here, and you will get a power play goal. Kimmo Virtanen with the goal there. The very first of Atlanta's history here in the XHL. Nice pass. Good face-off win. Good passing all the way around. That's really what led to the goal, was the face-off win and good passing. Now here's Jock Jordo with the turnover. Passes it here to Derek Brassard. Moving in. Kicks it back here to Franklin. Franklin with the shot. Rebound. Chiasson with the score. 2-1 Flames. And Tampa Bay, after that early goal, we're all the way here in the third period. They don't have anything else to show for it. Some more great passing here by Atlanta, and that's going to be another goal by Morton King. Another rebound given up by Hammond. He can't control it. Atlanta up 3-1. Turnover up the middle of the ice, and Jimmy Vesey with a beautiful shot on net. Hutchinson can't make the save. That's a beautiful, beautiful shot, man. Upper right corner, glove side, and we got the extra attacker out here, but oh no, the pass goes a little off path, and Morton King here with the shot, and he misses the net, but it does bounce back to him, and he gets the pass off the Chiasson. He's going to score on the empty netter, and that will be your final score, guys. 4-2 Atlanta. They get a much-needed W, a tone-setting win right here, especially when the fans are coming out and they're showing their support. Atlanta hockey has been gone for a while, and you know, you needed the win. It's a must-win game. It's hard to say that game one is a must-win in your season. I think it's got like 70-something games here in the ECHL level. There's a lot of games left to be played. There's a lot of hockey left to go, but I would classify this one as a must-win, especially when it's your home opener and there's a lot of hype surrounding your hockey team. So ultimately, Tampa Bay will fall. They had more shots than Atlanta. They had 31. They had more hits than Atlanta, 22-10. I just think that Tampa Bay got into a little bit of penalty trouble, and they really kind of cooled off after that first goal. 1:06 in, I think the number was, the time on the clock, 1:06 into the period, and I just think they kind of rested on their laurels a little bit. And dare I say the pun here, that the Flames were hot They were heated up. They were fired up to get into that game, to win that game for their fans. I think there's something to be said about momentum and being on the hype train there. But let's get into a Pacific matchup here. Pacific Division matchup. We got Seattle, the Nighthawks, against the Tucson Armadillos. First goal ever for the Armadillos coming at the hands of Carnegie. And then James Neal, the veteran, the wily veteran coming from the NHL, not getting a lot of playing time out there, so he comes over to the XHL. Figures he's going to give himself an extra shot. Tucson will take the lead again. Ivan with the goal, making it 2-1. Yes, the man's name is Ivan. I had to have him on this team. It just felt right. 2-1 game here in the first. It's going to turn to a 3-1 game as Connor Carnegie with goal number 2. Let's get a replay on this goal. This was a tough angle, but he found a way to get it done. Not only did he stop and start and set up the defender, he set up Corey Schneider there as well. He went down butterfly and he went top shelf. So perfect job there by Carnegie. Now, Seattle's getting a little upset here. They should be blowing this team out. It's 3-1. This should be flipped. The score should be flipped here. But Seattle's putting more pressure on. Offensively, they're moving. They're flying down the ice. They're laying the body out. They're getting it done. Great goal by Peter Williams. Even better pass. And take a look at Nugmanov here. Great look at the net, and he just got bailed out. That's Prosvetov. He's getting bailed out by the post. Could have been a goal for Nugmanov. Here's Nugmanov here with a pass and another shot at an assist. Can't get it to go. There's Yandel off the face-off. Good look at Schneider, and again, Schneider went down. Yandel went top shelf. That's the way you beat Corey Schneider, apparently. It's 4-2. Little turnover here, and this is going to find its way to squeak in. That's La Esperance with the goal. And the mascot loves it. He's firing up the fans, man. Seattle only down by a goal now with 6 minutes and 32 seconds left, but Eric Stahl, another veteran here coming to play in the XHL, not getting a lot of love in the NHL level. But we've got an empty net here for Seattle, and that is Camp with a really that's a crazy shot near the boards, and to fire that thing into the empty net. Plus, we got another goal by Casper Quiggins. It's going to be 7-3 now, guys, and the hometown hates it. Their division rival is just killing them right now. But Seattle, the Nighthawks, say, we're not going to just go down lightly. Yeah, there's less than a minute left here, but we got to get that goal back. That's going to do it. 7-4 will be your score. Tucson with the W. Prosvetov gave up a couple late goals there, but other than that, I think he played well. I really am impressed with the way that Tucson came out, and their offense was just clicking, firing on all cylinders. Now, the overall rating for Tucson, it's like a 60-something. It's low 60s. Most of these teams in the XHL are high 60s, maybe low 70s is the top of the class here. Seattle, one of the better teams in the XHL. So I'm very, very intrigued by the starts. Game number 1 for Tucson. Are they better than their rating implies? Prosvetov, only 26 shots against him, 22 saves. Nugmanov with 2 assists. 2 goals here for Peter Williams. An assist from Zdeno Chara. James Neal had a goal. So you can see why Seattle's pretty good. They've got some pretty established NHL caliber players here, but I think the question mark is going to be Corey Schneider. He was kind of spotty in his NHL career. I remember him specifically having him in fantasy hockey for a long time with the New Jersey Devils. So he's always been kind of spotty, but we'll see how it goes here for Seattle. Walker Jr. might be the answer, the young goaltender. But let's talk about Baltimore now and Richmond. The Richmond Redhawks against the Baltimore Biscuits. If you guys don't understand the reference here, it is the nickname of a puck. So I thought that was kind of funny. But great job there by Wisdom to get the game-tying goal after Mickey Hartman got the first goal there for Baltimore. Now take a look here at Lambert. My goodness! What a heck of an effort that goal was. We have to get that on GG9 replay, man. Take one more look at this play. So the puck's going to the boards. He faked his man out and then gets tripped. And then with the goal, now we got a big hit up 2-1, and Pitlick is going to go fighting after this huge hit. Lachlan Chisholm, the custom player, says, no. We're not dealing with that. So these guys are going at it. The first fight in XHL history between Pitlick and Chisel. Who's going to win, the custom player or the NHL established guy? And of course, he puts him in his place. Says, you might be good, but Lachlan, you're not that good yet. So both those guys go to the penalty box, and whoa, Baltimore has some pretty fancy offensive players, man. Evan Rodriguez with the goal here, and look at Hartman. He's got the goaltender. That's Braden Hauser, the custom player, looking one way. Rodriguez goes the other. It's a goal here for Baltimore. Likewise, on the other end, Derek Stepan with the goal to make it 3-2. Defense really gonna have to step up because looks like Baltimore's just got a lot of playmakers on the ice, but that's a beautiful goal there by Calvin DeHaan. Nice shot coming from a defenseman. Power play goal there for Richmond, tied up. Likewise, Baltimore on the power play. Here comes Lambert with a shot, Margerman with the rebound, and he's gonna get the goal to put Baltimore back up on top. And man, yet again, I gotta get this on replay because look at how they can crash the net. They can't be covered. They got 3 of their forwards up right next to Braden Hauser. What is he supposed to do? There is no defensive pressure for Richmond. So if you guys are thinking about creating custom players for any team in the future for like year 2's draft, this is it. They need some defensive players, man. They need it. Time on attack, 5:43 to 4:56, so about a minute difference there. Passing numbers about the same, but I just think that overall they're going to need more contribution from their custom players. Richmond needs more contribution from their custom players. Like Braden Hauser can't do it all himself. And then on the other side, you look at Baltimore and you see how many assists. I mean, they pass the puck so well right before the goal. I mean, it's a good team. It's a good offensive team. I'm a little interested to see how Baltimore is going to do throughout the rest of season number 1. So that's going to do it, guys. Leave a like if you like this thing, and let me know what you thought about the highlight reels. Did you like the speed? Did you like the pace? I wanted this episode to be shorter because I do want to see what you guys are interested in as far as the format goes. So the next games up on tap will be the Albuquerque Dukes at home, taking on the Allen Americans. The Orlando Solar Bears will visit the Charleston Rampage. The Toledo Walleye will be taking on the Kansas City Scouts, and the Houston Cosmos will be headed towards Dakota. It's in Demons Arena in South Dakota, but you can't name it Dakota. You got to name it South Dakota. But we call them over here, we call them the Dakota Demons. And then the final game will be the Niagara Ice Dogs against the 1-0 Brooklyn Dragons. So they actually played on the road in Niagara for game number 1, which they obviously beat them, and now they're coming back home here in Brooklyn. So that'll be what's left up on the docket. We'll also do a simulation here for the first 2 months of XHL gameplay to kind of create those storylines and see how each team is doing. I'll give you guys stats updates as well. But one thing I want to note is a shout out here to the Truck Flipper Hockey League. So I know it's you can say some things about the name of the Truck Flipper Hockey League, but that's his name, and he's naming the league after himself. But it's a league over on his Twitch channel. His Twitch channel is linked here in the description of the video. He actually came up with this custom league idea and went into his own season mode with it. I think he does it through Play Now, actually, instead of a season mode, but he tracks everything himself, and I saw him kind of doing this. He's been a longtime viewer of my channel, and I've always wanted to do something like this XHL concept, but I didn't know how much work it was going to take. Well, Truck Flipper did it. He and I talked about it, and he was like, you know what? Let me do it. I want to start my content career, my content creation journey, and let me see how it goes, and if you like it, cool, you go for it. And I saw how he did it. I saw how he structured it. It's very, very well organized. He's got a good community over there, guys. So make sure that if you are interested in more leagues, more NHL 23 hockey leagues, make sure you guys go check out Truck Flipper and his TFHL, the Truck Flipper Hockey League, over on Twitch. Other than that, guys, that's all I got for you here tonight. Leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you back here for episode number 2 for our next games of XHL action. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.